Good afternoon. It is Saturday the 10th of May. It is just coming up to 4 o'clock. So this afternoon, this evening, I'm heading off now to pick a customer up, private job, collecting 4 people and taking them to the Co-op Arena in Manchester. Drop them off. It should be around 5:30, give or take. And then we'll head back towards an area that I know, basically, whether it be like Wigan or as far back as here, because I don't want to work around Manchester. And then obviously I'll do some Ubering, because I don't need to pick the customer up until midnight. So I've got a good 5 or 6 hours there. Granted, I'm going to need to jump on a rapid charger and whatnot at some point, but yeah, there's quite a bit of wasted time. So that's what my plan is anyway. So I'll go and pick these up now, and then when I'm ready to jump on Uber, I'll let you know how. So it's just turned 7 o'clock. I've made it back to this charger, which is more towards kind of Ormskirk. This is the one where I come to. I dropped them off, which was probably, what time was it? 5, probably 6 o'clock-ish, something like that, maybe just after. It wasn't too bad, pretty uneventful. As I pulled up to the guy's house, which is like in the middle of nowhere, just surrounded by farmers' fields and that, I thought, I've been to this house before, and I think I've picked them up in the past when I was doing some Ubering. So we just pulled off as well, and it must have been like the biggest shite hawk you've ever seen in your life has flown past, and shit right on the windscreen, big massive thing, and I couldn't put the wipers on because it just would have smeared it all over the place. So yeah, I was annoyed because obviously I just washed the books down and everything, and then I've had to drive all the way to Manchester and back and let it bake into the windscreen. Other than that was about it. I was dropping them off. They're in the hospitality industry, so obviously they it's their box that they own there. And he was talking about I didn't really realise how expensive seats were. So basically they've got 4 seats. It's on a 7-year contract, and they've paid £750,000 for 4 seats for 7 years. Granted, there's between 2 and 250 concerts each year. So obviously, they're able to sell tickets and little package deals and things like that. So obviously I've passed them all my card and my details and everything, because I've taken them down to say, maybe they can try and incorporate that into anyone that's kind of travelling nearby. That's part of the package that they sell, kind of thing. So he was quite keen on that, because a lot of the time it's just people just make their own way. So yeah, it's quite handy. When you get to bump into these people and whatnot, make more contacts and whatnot. But yeah, other than that, I'm on charge. It's back up to 60%. I reckon I'm going to be here for another 20-30 minutes. If I can try and get on Uber for about 7:30, I might be able to do 8:30, 9:30, 10. I might be able to do 3.5 hours, something like that, and then I can come back here, get a little bit of a top up, and then obviously go back to Manchester to pick them up, take them back to Southport, and then I'll probably just go home after that, because it's going to be, by the time I tip them in Southport, it's going to be 1:30 or something. So yeah, I'd get home probably just before 2 o'clock. So yeah, I just thought I might as well do a little bit of Ubering, otherwise I'm basically sat around for 3 to 4 hours doing nothing, which is a bit boring. That's about it. So yeah, I'll give you a little bit of an update after I've done my first hour on Uber and see if it's any good. So So quick little update. I haven't got much time. Started at 7. First job I took was an Ormskirk to Ormskirk. An XL, but there was only 4 people. £11.13, 7-minute job, going 3.3 miles. I did run probably 2 or 3 miles to it, to be honest, because I was out in the middle of nowhere. I was then in the middle of Ormskirk, a job come up, it was like 12 quid to Skem. So in the car park where I was, I accepted the job, and to get to him basically I had to go out, turn left and pretty much go around the square, the one-way system. And the guy was like 50 metres up this little side road, which is closed. So I was basically parked on the end. I drove like another 10 metres further forward, so I was right at the closed bit. So to save me going all the way around the other side to where the road was closed, and then you'd have to do a 3-point turn, I messaged him and said, "Hi mate, if you just want to walk 50 metres down the road, I'm just parked just here." So I waited a couple of minutes, no reply. Sent him another message, the same message, just in case the first one didn't pop up or he didn't hear it. Still no reply. And then getting a message from Uber saying, "Oh, if you don't start making your way to the destination." So I thought, well, even if I go all the way around to the destination, I still can't physically get to him because the road's shut. So he either needs to walk to the left to me, or I need to go all the way around the one-way system, and then he needs to walk to the right because I can't get on that road. So he just wasn't replying, so I had to go on, cancel the job. But again, there's only like 6 different things you can click on. All of them is basically saying it's the driver's fault. And then there was only one saying unsafe pickup location, which it was closed. Plus, the passenger wasn't getting back to me. So I clicked on that, and then my cancellation rate goes from 0 to 1 because I've cancelled it, even though I can't physically get to the passenger, which is ridiculous. And then after that, I took a job which was not too far away, going towards Southport, £12.44. It's a 13-minute job, going 7 miles. That's pretty much brought me up bang on the hour, and I'm on £23.57. Yeah, other than that, I've basically got like another hour and a half that I can do. So I've decided I'll pot around for another like hour and a half, till about 10:30. And then I'm going to drive back to the Corp Arena, which takes roughly an hour. And then there's a BP charger like 5 minutes away from the arena. So I'll jump on that, get a little bit of a top up, so I've got enough, obviously, because when I come back then to Southport, because I'm picking them up at midnight, I get into Southport for around 1 o'clock to drop the first guy off, and then it's about a 15-minute drive further into Southport to drop the other customers off, and then I'll be heading home after that. So I just need enough basically to do that. It's going to be like a good hour and 40, hour and 50 kind of round trip. I think it's like 90 miles or something. So yeah, another hour and a half left. I'll kind of pot around Southport. I might get a job take me a bit further back towards the direction I'm going, which will be like Ormskirk, Bearscough kind of way. But yeah, I'll just see what happens. So I'll update you shortly. So final little update. Last one was at 9 o'clock, a little bit hectic. So a job came up after that. It was taking me from Southport to Bearscough. So including a £2 tip, it was £15.12. It was a 19-minute job going 9 miles. Now I took that because that was heading in the general direction of, because I was obviously going to start heading back towards like Manchester, but like I said, I was going to work until about 10:30. Just as I dropped them off, so it was just after 9:30, the client actually messaged me and said, "Oh hi Paul," he said, "I know I've asked you to pick me up at midnight, but it finishes a little bit earlier than I anticipated. Can you get me at 11? And I'm thinking, he knows it finishes at 11 because his sister-in-law, who I took a couple of days ago, was picked up at 11 o'clock, and she's told him that. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. I said, the issue is I'm currently in Southport. I said, so it takes me about an hour to get to you, so even if I leave right now, I'm not going to get there till at least 10:30, and then I need a quick little charge. I said, so all being well, I should be able to get you bang on 11. So obviously that cut me Uber time in half, plus I wanted to stop, have a little break for half an hour and have something to eat. So I set off, get on the 62, and then I'm not far from Manchester, and then all the roadworks, it was down to two lanes were shut, but it was just at a complete gridlock. So then I'm sat there and it's now 11 o'clock and I'm on the motorway, so I've had to take a picture of like the traffic, and I've messaged them saying, look, I'm you know, the 62's come to a standstill. So he was like, oh yeah, not to worry. So I got over to this charger before anyway, got through the traffic, jumped on charge. I said to him, I just need a quick like little 15-minute top up, and I'll message you. I said I'm only 5 minutes away. So all in all, it's pretty much now, I'm back up to about 80% charge. I'm going to come off charge now, so I should be with him for about 25 past 11. So to me, I've still got the 35 minutes before I was due to pick him up. But to him, it'll be like, well, you know, I changed it to 11 and 25 minutes late kind of thing. So, you know, he seemed alright and everything. At the end of the day, you can't just expect, because he even said, have you got anything else on? And I said, well, to be honest, I haven't got any private jobs on. I said, but I am going to go and like do some Ubering. And he was like, all right, because he had a bag with like some bottles in and stuff like that. He said, I said, oh, you know, obviously I can keep that with me. So I've just put that away for him. So he knew I was going out to work. You know, I do have some clients when I've done some jobs where they've paid me a waiting time, whether they want me to stay there for an hour or 2 hours. I think the longest I've sat around was about 5 hours. You know, and that's all like part and parcel of it. Like you're paying to be dropped off, and then you're paying to be picked up. You're not paying for anything that happens in between. So if you want to change at the last minute, that's up to you. You know, like if you want to pay someone to sit there, then that's fine. You can change it at the drop of a hat because you know the driver is sat there. So yeah, I'll see what he says anyway. So yeah, I done what, an hour and a half on Uber and got £47. 69. So yeah, it wasn't too bad for the hour and a half. I was hoping to stay out a little bit longer, like I said, but obviously I've had to come back to sort this out. So I'll go and pick him up now anyway, and that'll pretty much be the end of it. It's going to take me like an hour and a half now to leave here, do 2 drops in Southport, and then get home. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.